I'm okay. I'm totally fine.
Hello everybody and welcome back to Topic Tuesday. Today's topic is about Yuri. Now, forewarning, I will include the topic of yaoi in this, since it's pretty much the male side of the same coin. And I am going to talk about this more in the sense of storytelling and plot, characters and so on and so forth, more than talk about homosexuality as a whole. But I will say this. Consensual love between two people, to me, goes beyond what anyone says, or can say. It is love, whether you're of opposite gender, same gender, or varied gender. If two people care and want to be together, it is something to be accepted and celebrated, because there is absolutely nothing wrong with adding love to the world, especially when there are many in the world who just want to add more hate. But saying all that, let us move onwards to the genre of Yuri, where two girls enter into a romantic story. It's often considered more akin to the adult-minded, that it is purely sexual. Now, while I will not disagree that the idea of two girls getting it on is a big draw for many, including myself, I am a big fan of romance. I've been told I'm a classic romantic, and I have enjoyed romance films and romance in many stories. And there is something about Yuri and yaoi stories that I find are different from the standard story in any genre. Most people will agree when you add a lesbian or gay couple into a TV show or a film, it can have a controversial aspect in the eyes of the viewers, and adding something extra to the main story or plot. Now, we have gotten used to it over the years, even to where they have now become a token insert to keep an essence of equality that represents the LGBT community. But when the story itself is centered on the relationship of a pair, especially in manga and anime, I found that it is the growth, the exploration, and the, I guess you could say, coming of age aspects that make it far more intriguing for me. I have read many Yuri and yaoi manga just to see what happens, and their stories are more devoid of sexual content and focus more on the romance and showing a lot of the pains that the characters can go through, whether it's discovering a newfound sexuality, coming to terms with the reactions of others, or even family reactions. It can be big drama even, or often there is very little drama and the story is just as romantically driven as it would be for a hetero couple. I will say that I do prefer the Yuri stories where there is an opposing personality. You have the stronger, more masculine side and the cute, shy, feminine side, and they come together, and that's when I began making my original comic, Onagi, I wanted one side to be the more aggressive yet playful, experienced character who had been through her own awakening, while the other is the opposite, is inexperienced and introvert who is freshly discovering her own sexuality and is unsure of how to proceed, while not necessarily following the same path of experience of the more experienced, but finding her own identity as a lesbian and how she wants to be one. Because in the end, lesbian, gay or straight, romance is an evolution of two people's experiences. So you have to be yourself as well as take on the new experiences of people around you and those you are with to change. Yaoi, if I'm saying that right, is pretty much the same thing for me, but also different. Maybe because I am a straight male, it doesn't have the same effect. I enjoy the stories, I will draw it without a problem, even hentai, but I am not as drawn to it as I am with Yuri. And the opposite could be said for females. I know females who don't like Yuri, they don't mind it, but are drawn more to yaoi stories because maybe it's just how we are as straight people. I don't know. As for writing these kind of stories, I'm in the mindset that lesbian and gay relationships are, well, just like normal relationships. Why wouldn't they be? They fit in just as well as a hetero couple doing the same exact things. In fact, one of my favourite classic romances is Romeo and Juliet. Yes, I am an old romantic, as I said, but think about this. You take that story and make two changes. Romeo and Juliet are now the same gender, and instead of rivaling families, they are parents who are not dealing with their child's coming out, very well blaming the other for corrupting their own child. To me, it could make more of a romantic sense, because since it stops being about old rivalries keeping two people apart, it becomes about the unchanging views of societal stubbornness coming in between love. But that's my thought on the matter. And if you would like to leave your own thoughts on this topic, what do you like about them? Do you like Yaoi and Yuri stories, or just Yaoi, or just Yuri? Why do you like them? I'd like to hear your opinions. Do you have any stories of your own you'd like to share? I would love to hear any kind of stories. Do you like the romantic stories? Are there any specific stories that you've read that you could probably recommend to me if I haven't read them already? Or do you just prefer going online and looking at the adult hentai Yuri pictures and images, which I like to do a bit myself, so as I draw them as well. But if you would just like to simply say hello, then just comment below. I'd love to hear any comments. What do you think of the show? Is there any way I can improve it? I would love to hear it. You can also find me on some social media. All links are below in the description. If you like the video, please leave a like by hitting that thumbs up. And if you would like to keep up to date on when I post a video, then feel free to hit that subscribe button. But for now, thank you for coming and enjoy your day.